Can't argue with the numbers of Patrick Wisdom over the last couple of years. My math may not be great, but I think that is 53 home runs and
that is correct.
And a WRC plus 117 and then 104. A big strong man doing big strong man things. And joining us now on the Score Hotline, presented by Circa Resort and Casino in Las Vegas, home of the world's largest sports book. Patrick, how are you?
Hey, what's going on? I'm a little cold, I'll be honest. It's a little colder than I thought here in Chicago, but what a good event to come to and a good reason to be in Chicago right now.
Is this your first Cubs convention?
It is my first Cubs convention. I know they haven't had it in the last few years, but, all the guys have been raving about it and, talking it up. So I'm super excited. I have my wife in town with me. So, we're ready for a good time, and I know it's going to be nothing less than that.
So have you been told for sure that going into this season you are penciled in, slotted in as the starting third baseman?
I don't think I've received that text message or email, coming across my desk, but I believe that. I believe, in myself, and I believe in my abilities, and I think that I'll be there opening day at third base. But in terms of it being set in stone, and Roxy calling me like, hey, this is it. That hasn't happened, but. We'll go into spring training and work my tail off and be ready for opening day.
How do you think you've improved as a ball player over the last 3 seasons?
Yeah, great question. I think, more experience, more time, more innings played, at this level definitely helps. You start learning the ins and outs. You start learning, who you are as a ball player, who you are as a person, how to handle things, how to not handle things. With more time, comes wisdom and, all that jazz. And you just learn from the experience and those innings played. So just all in all, I think, the experience alone has helped me drastically.
After just 32 games in St. Louis and 9 games in Texas, you have established yourself as a Major League Baseball player at the age of 31. And I know a lot of guys have come through these doors after the Cubs decided that they were going to take some time to sort some things out before it was time to contend. But the fact is, the owner was on this very station this morning saying the expectations are to go after a division championship and make the playoffs this year. You kind of survived the fallow period, and you've emerged as part of this now and part of a team that is now committed to contending. That in itself has to be very satisfying.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. And that's, always the expectations, that I hold to myself and, every team I'm on, I want to win. I want to be great. We want to beat every team we come across. And like you said, to be a part of, I was there when they traded everybody away, and, you guys can call it whatever everyone likes to call it, rebuilding, revamping, whatever it may be. I don't even know. But, I'm there to play ball. I'm there to win. I'm there to, drive in runs and play good defense. And so I'm super excited to be a part of the squad still and, go out there with my teammates. I know we have a lot of great additions this offseason. I'm just super excited to get on the field with them. I've been able to see a few of the guys here now that we're all in town. But just I think once we get on the field and we're throwing that white pearl around and driving each other in and having fun, I think it's going to all come together and we're going to do some great things.
The last 70 games last year, you guys were 39-31. What did you take away from that experience of you'd been losing games for the previous season and a half, and then things started to really click once you got into the second half of last season?
Yeah, great point. I felt like we played really good baseball the second half. I feel like we started to really gel as a team and as a unit, and we played a lot of good teams, and we beat a lot of good teams, and we were in a lot of games. I think we led the league in 1-run or 2-run ball games. And I think that should go a long ways, and show the team and the guys that are on the team still hey, we can compete with a lot of good teams, and we can be right there. We're right in it. It's just a matter of a couple outs here and there, a couple pitches here and there, A couple maybe at bats that we threw away in certain situations that, we can fix and iron out. And, I think we'll be on the right side of the coin, in the future.
Have you and the hitting infrastructure talked about at any point making an effort to curtail the strikeouts, or is that just part of your game? If the percentages are what they are, and sometimes you look at a hitter and you say different hitters make their outs in different ways, and the stigma against the strikeout that used to exist doesn't exist like it used to. Does it matter, or is that just come with the power and everything else?
I mean, yeah, I think that answer is kind of twofold in the sense that, yeah, it's always that like storm cloud, hanging around me, if you will, and everyone likes to mention it and talk about it, but at the same time, I don't want to use it as a crutch, like, oh well, I have power, so it's okay. And I personally don't like it. I'd rather hit the ball. Obviously, that's all what we want to do. But like you said, you kind of alluded to it, an out's an out, and if I'm leading off the inning or there's nobody on and, I strike out, like, all right, it's an out, but I think those ones that really kind of irk me and get my blood boiling are the ones, with runners in scoring position or runners on and, I don't come through. Those are the kind of the ones that I really want to fix. The other ones, it's going to happen. It's part of the game. It's, it's been around me. I don't focus on it. I try to focus on, the good things that I do and, trying to walk more, seeing a lot of pitches, and I think it kind of comes full circle to what I said earlier. It's just more experience. You get better at it. You start understanding what I'm good at, what I'm not good at, the pitches I handle well, the pitches I don't handle well. We're ironing out, and like I said, just trying to, reduce them, but we don't want to lose the power in the meantime.
Patrick, how does your life change with the new rules against shifting?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see, here in spring training and during the season. It was kind of funky when I look up and I see, like, the whole infield, like, on the left side of second base. And, or, when you're playing defense and there's lefties up and I'm, like, we're standing behind second base or, in the shortstop position. It'll be fun to put us all back in our normal positions and see how the game goes.
You are part of a panel that is always one of the most fun at these things. It is the kids-only press conference. It's tomorrow from 3 to 4 p.m. in the main Sheraton Ballroom. And it also has Albert Alzolay, Brad Boxberger, Brandon Hughes, Christopher Morel, and Justin Steele. And you're the perfect guy for this because I was reading at MLB.com that your oldest daughter, Mully, is old enough now to be recognizing who your teammates are, knowing the game a little bit, knowing when you're up. So I'm wondering what from your experience with your own daughters is going to inform your performance on this panel.
Yeah, I'm super excited about that. The kids only press conference. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I definitely think I have a hand up because, I'm used to interacting with my daughter and, getting on their level and understanding what they're saying and, kind of bringing out their questions, bringing out their confidence in talking and, kind of reducing that little shyness that they may have, on that kind of stage. They got all this sitting there in the big platform. So I think, I'm excited. I think it's going to go really well. I'm just super pumped to, hear what the kids have to say. And I'm ready for any and all kind of questions. I think it's going to be a really good time. And, I'm glad that they picked me to MC it.
I think that's going to be a dope thing. Patrick, what have people told you and what do you know about Dansby Swanson?
So they told me that he's a great competitor. He's a winner. He holds people to a high standard. All around great dude. And then I was able to chat with him a little bit right after he signed. He gave me a call, which I found was super cool. And, just putting himself out there, kind of getting that break the ice introductory over with. And then so that way when we see each other, it's just, just another day and we go about our business and work alongside each other. So I was able to see him today at the field and, say what's up. And, but I know he's a winner. I know he's going to do great things.
Yeah, you got to look at that head of hair every day, too. We're talking to Ian Happ about it, and he finds that intimidating. Now, we're getting like there could be a Cubs calendar.
Yeah, I mean, Patrick,
point.
Who's winning the infield handsome contest now? Because it's a real contest now.
Yeah. they threw him in the mix, and now I think my chances go down a little bit. I'm just joking, but yeah, that hair is something else. And like you said, the calendar. Yeah, who needs the fireman calendar? They can put out a Cubs calendar. I think it'd be just fine.
Yeah, I think you will have an advantage if you make sure there's a dancing portion to any pageant that you're involved in, because I don't think anybody's going to win a dance-off against you.
Yeah, I definitely think myself highly when it comes to dancing. You put on a good beat and a good song from any era. I'm down to move my feet and get down on the dance floor. That's for sure.
Patrick, have fun, enjoy. Good luck with the kids tomorrow, because they're gonna have some curveballs for you, I'm sure. So thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, thank you so much for having me. And I don't know if you guys are gonna plug it, but there's I have another signing tomorrow night after the Cubs con. It's at the Lowe's Hotel, so right next door.
Oh, great.
You can get a game replica bat. I'll sign it right there in person for you, take a photo. There's only 30 spots left, so they're going quick. But yeah, you can come meet me and say what's up and get a bat.
Right
So
on,
make
man.
Sure, you go to homewood.com/Patrick Wisdom. Homewood Bat, the people that make my bats here, they're a local company out of Chicago. They're putting it on for me, and so it's gonna be a good time. There's gonna be some other players I think trickling in. So, yeah.
Have you gone to the factory?
Yep, I went in 21. I didn't get a chance last year, but the season before I got out, yeah. He showed me how the bats are made. I got to pick out, my own lumber, and it's on my Instagram. It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
really
those guys do a lot of great work. I love the guys over at Homewood Bat. They really, and I'm glad that they're getting a good foothold with major league players, because they do produce really awesome bats.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, we got a couple guys that swing them, and I know people around the league too. They love them.
Thanks, Patrick. Man, have a great weekend.
Hey, yeah, thank you guys for having me on. I appreciate it. It's fun chatting.
Agreed.
Patrick Wisdom, third baseman for your Chicago Cubs.